Hello ladies and gentlemen, Secure204 here, and welcome back to another Minecraft Modern Military Base Prop Pack video. You guys really seemed to enjoy my first part, which was covering outer defenses. I highly recommend you go check that out too, along with this video, because I think this video is going to complement the first one really well. And you can see right behind me I have the props that we built in the first one, which is basically just covering some walls, some fortifications you can put around your base, and stuff like that, just to kind of give a little bit more detail and a little bit more life and a little bit more accuracy, because you're not just going to have some walls, you'll have a little bit of, maybe barbed wire, some barriers, and anti-vehicle traps and stuff. So these towers here are going to work really well with those materials, and you're going to get some really cool designs when you incorporate these towers in with it. As you can tell, this part 2 is going to cover watchtowers, and I have 3 different watchtowers for you guys in this tutorial. We have a small one, kind of a simplistic one that's going to be perfect for like a really low maintenance, like a really kind of, I guess, newer fob, you can say. Then we have 2 more towers, which again are kind of more a little sophisticated, which would probably be at more established bases or something of that sort. But either way, you're going to get some cool watchtowers to be able to incorporate into your builds. And again, these tutorials are designed to all combine together to make a base. So you're going to be able to basically build quite a bit of aspects of a base by the time we're done with all these parts, covering these little micro builds, I guess you can say. So really cool stuff here, and just briefly I just want to talk about each tower. Again, we have that small tower, we have the 2 sophisticated ones. What's cool about them is they're kind of interchangeable, so one tower can be used to one can have the flat roof, or all can have the flat roof. You can all have the angled roof if you want to. You can keep them open, you can keep them closed, however you want to do it. But this is just what I wanted to do for these designs here. And again, you can kind of take the concepts from each tower and combine them and make some pretty cool combinations and stuff like that. So you're not just limited to what you have in front of us here. You can definitely change it and alter it and do whatever you guys want. But I kind of wanted to do towers basically like a real simple, basic base one, kind of more of like an intermediate tower, and then more of a sophisticated, like this base has been around for a little bit tower, and that's what we have at the very end there. So with that, we'll go ahead and dive into these towers, and what you guys can do is you can look at the time encoder bar, or look in the video description. There's timestamps. They're going to take you to each tower. From left to right, we have tower 1, 2, and 3, so you can go ahead and skip ahead to whatever part you want. If you want to build tower 2, go ahead and skip to tower 2. If you want to, build tower 3, skip ahead to it, and all that stuff. So again, feel free to go ahead and skip around the video wherever need be, and with that, we'll be going ahead and diving into our first tower. Moving into our first tower, we have this more kind of basic plywood tower. Again, this is going to be a really kind of entry-level type of tower here, something that's going to be set up at a very brand new operating base. In something you're not going to see more at established bases, but you can definitely add this if you want to those bases. But I would definitely recommend those 2 towers there for that more kind of high level and more secure bases. But anyways, for this tower here, real simple, we're going to start with a 5x5 square base. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. And I made it one long, too long here on the side. But this right here is what it should be. Again, you should have a 5x5 square. Now the beauty about this design is you can really take it up however you guys want. So if you guys want to go up kind of higher with it, you can. If you want to kind of keep it, this range right here, we can do that as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of bring this up all the way around. And for me in particular, I am going up a total of 8 blocks. So my tower here is 8 blocks, and that's going to include this this wall here. The floor level is about at 7. So again, I'm just going to raise this up all the way, and you can feel free to definitely use different materials. You can make this out of stone if you want, if you're kind of going for maybe like a more World War II type vibe, like make it out of concrete. And you can change this around them with the block materials. Again, this is kind of designed to be a plywood type tower, which again would be definitely more of a modern warfare type design. Some pretty real basic towers, put together out in the field. So we have a design that looks like this here, and then we're going to place our floor, which again is just going to be our stripped birchwood blocks. And then we're going to go ahead and decide where we want our ladder to go up. We're going to have our ladder go up this way, so we're going to break this block here. And what we're going to do next in its place is we're going to be going ahead and placing in our ladder. So our ladder here, you can go ahead and use actual ladders if you want to make this functional, but for me, this is just kind of more of a design to go with my tank builds and stuff like that. I'm going to go ahead and use end rods, kind of just down along the side here. And I'm going to go ahead and place down skeleton skulls on the tips of the end rods. So that's basically it. Again, you can use a real ladder if you want to, but I like the use of these because it kind of makes it look, you know, a little bit more cooler for a ladder, I think, than just using a standard ladder. Then after we have that done, we want to go ahead and then take our levers. We're going to place down levers here in the corners. And then we want to go ahead and place down iron trapdoors coming off, and then a lever on the center block, trapdoor, lever, and just note that we're placing this on the level of our floor. So keep that in mind also when you're placing these. So just like that. And once we have that done, if you are opting to not put any sandbags on the tower, you can just go ahead and do gray carpet and just do a border all the way around. And also you do want to place down trapdoors in those corners there so we can get the carpet put on that as well. But again, we're just going to go ahead and kind of rotate this all the way around the tower like so. And that right there is going to kind of form that perimeter there. Now when that's done, we're going to then take our stripped birchwood. We're going to go ahead and go up 1, 2, 3 birchwood, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We're going to put down birchwood slabs on the top of these blocks all the way around. And then we're also going to place down top slabs in between our pillars. With that done, we're going to go ahead and then grab ourselves some polished deep slate and daylight detectors. We're going to go ahead and place down polished deep slate slabs around the perimeter of this square. And then we're going to fill in the middle space here. And then around this square of polished deep slate, we're going to place down a row of daylight detectors all the way around. So just like that for the roof. And then we're just going to go ahead and turn all these daylight detectors to that night mode so you get that light bluish gray color. All the way around, just like that. And that is going to form the roof there for the tower. Now again, as I mentioned, you have the option here of adding some sandbags in, and it's really simple. Really all you're going to do is just take some end stone bricks and stairs, or end stone brick slabs, stairs, full blocks, and you're just going to kind of build sandbags however you want. I definitely recommend, you know, mix up the pattern a little bit. You don't have to like keep it super consistent. You can have a little, you know, broke it down or wore down or something like that. You know, make it kind of look like it's haphazardly put together, something that was put together quick and isn't something that is like a permanent structure that, you know, they're playing on. So we just kind of have a stack of sandbags down around the side of the tower. And I'd probably recommend putting this around maybe the side that's going to be facing toward away from the base. So the area that's most likely going to be hit by an attack. You can put it all the way around the tower, but I think that maybe a little bit overboard, and I think maybe it would be more realistic just to have it on the side that would probably be attacked to defend the, you know, defenders a little bit more, give them a little bit more protection. But that's it for that first tower. Again, really simple tower build, and with that, we'll be going ahead and moving into our second tower. Moving into tower 2, we have, you know, this middle tower here that we're going to go and get started in. This one here is a pretty good tower for like an intermediate base. We just have a simple ladder that goes up to it, but it's a little bit more kind of solid and sturdier than the first tower that we have there, tower 1. To go ahead and get started with this, we're going to go ahead and set up the base. We're going to do this by going ahead and placing down a stone brick wall. We're going to skip 3 blocks and then place down another stone brick wall. And then again, 3 blocks away from that wall, stone brick wall, 3 blocks away, stone brick wall. So we have 3 blocks of space between each of these walls to give you kind of a 5 by 5 square. We're going to go ahead and then go up 5 walls. So 1, 2, 3, 4 more. So you have a total of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're just going to place down a polished andesite block on top of these walls. And then we're going to place down walls in between the polished andesite like this. Like that. And then we're going to go ahead and go up another 1, 2, 3 stone brick walls. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Then on top here, we're going to place down a polished andesite block on top of those walls. And then again, stone brick walls across in between them. So just like this. And then again, we're going to go in 1, 2, 3 stone brick walls. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to go ahead and place down a polished andesite block on the top there. And then stone brick walls in between those polished andesite blocks. So you get a structure that looks like this here. And then for the floor, we're going to be going ahead and then placing down polished andesite top slabs. So we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it's going to look like that there. So that's done with that, and we're going to go ahead and then take our birchwood fence gates. We're going to place down a fence gate on top of these stone brick walls and on the bottom of those ones, and then just a birchwood fence gate in the middle. Then we're going to open it up. And we're going to go and do the same thing right here. And then we want to do the same thing to all 4 sides of the tower. And just like that, we have our base of our tower set up and complete. Going ahead and moving into our top section here, we're going to go ahead and start off by taking our stripped birchwood. We're going to place down a row of 5 along this side here, then a row of 5 along this side, and again, you probably get the picture here, just following the perimeter of this all the way around like so. Now we also can pick a side now, so whichever side you want to have your ladder. So let's say you want it on this side here, we're going to break that block, and this is where we're going to go ahead and have our entrance into the actual tower. Now for this, we're going to place down a stone pressure plate above this space, and we're going to use the same technique that we used before. You could also use ladders if you wanted to. You might have to modify some of the blocks that we use here. Maybe use barrier blocks or scimitar blocks instead, but you will have to modify the blocks to get an actual real Minecraft ladder to work. For me though, I'm just going to be going ahead and using end rods sideways, because I think they do a really good job at showing like ladder rungs, and I think it's a little bit more accurate size-wise compared to what you would have with a Minecraft ladder. Especially for these towers being more at a 2-to-1 scale. So that is why I am doing what I am doing here. And we're just going to take this all the way down. It's a little time consuming, takes a little bit longer, but I think the end result is definitely worth it. And just like that, we are at the bottom. We're going to go ahead and then take our skeleton skulls, and we're going to go ahead and then place them on the sides here of these end rods. Again, a bit time consuming, but it's just going to go all the way up along the side here, like so. Same thing over here. So just like that. And we have that done right there. Now, once that's all complete, up on top here, we're going to go ahead and then place down levers on the blocks above those skulls and flick them downwards. We're going to go ahead and also place down stone buns here in the corners. And we also want to place down birchwood signs along the sides here of these blocks. And again, you can change the material of the top of the tower here. This is meant to represent like a plywood type design, but you are definitely more than welcome to change that to maybe metal or whatever. Again, I'm just kind of trying to do what would be more probable in like a military type of build here. For this though, we're going to go ahead and then place down 3 stone brick walls up from each pillar, or each corner, to make 3 pillars. And then on this front section here, we're going to place down a row of stripped birchwood. That's going to go across this space like so. And then we're going to place down stone buttons around the sides here of it. We then want to go ahead and grab ourselves polished deep slate slabs, and we're going to place down a row of 5 of slabs across these walls here. Then another row of 5 of slabs, and then we're going to place down 2 rows of 5 of top slabs in this section. And on the ends here, we're going to place down a line of birchwood signs. So again, on both sides. And then on top here, we're going to place down another row of 5 of polished deep slate slabs, and then a second row of 5 like that to go ahead and create that top there. And once that's done, we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 5 directly on the back there of top slabs, and that's going to complete the roof there for the tower. One of the final things we're going to be doing here is we're going to go and take some birchwood slabs, and around the walls here, we're going to place down birchwood slabs just to give them a little bit more height. And also, optionally, we have the addition of a spotlight. Now, this is kind of a cool build if you want to throw on just kind of a simple little design that can be really thrown onto any one of these towers. But for these taller ones, I thought it was a little bit more, cool to have it. But it's real simple. It's a birchwood fence gate here. We're going to open that toward the back, birchwood sign on the front here, and actually we'll open this fence gate toward the front there. So it will connect up to that sign. Then we're going to place down a grindstone on top of it like so, an item frame, and a snowball in the item frame. If you're on Java, we're also going to place down a block that's going to go kind of back from the grindstone, leaving a space of 1, and we're going to go ahead and then place down a trip bar hook, and we can use the tool called a debug stick, which can be obtained by typing the command /give @p Minecraft :debug_stick. So this command here, press Enter, will give you this glowing stick. What we're going to do is we're going to left click this till we get selected facing, and we're going to go ahead and then rotate this around and connect this to our grindstone. So it's going to look just like that there, and that's going to complete that little light located at the top of the tower. But that right there is going to complete my design here for the tower 2, the middle tower here. And with that, we'll be going ahead and moving on to tower number 3. Moving into our next section here, we have the tower 3 design. This one here is definitely the more advanced tower out of all of them. It's kind of a more permanent structure. It has a staircase that wraps around a little balcony here, and it's fully enclosed. So definitely something that's going to be a little bit more at a prominent base, but still a really cool design overall. Now we're going to go ahead and jump into building this. I just want to go ahead and not alarm you guys. I'm going to be reusing the footage because the actual main kind of struts are exactly the same as the tower 2, so I'm just going to reuse that footage for building it. So if you see us closer to tower 1 there and you're kind of wondering what's going on, that's the reason. So I'm just reusing that footage, but after that footage is over, we're going to go ahead and hop back in and build it as if it's tower 3. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and play the footage from tower 2, and then I'll see you guys after to go ahead and continue on with the differences that is tower number 3. To go ahead and get started with this, we're going to go ahead and set up the base. We're going to do this by going ahead and placing down a stone brick wall. We're going to skip 3 blocks and then place down there a stone brick wall, and then again 3 blocks away from that wall, stone brick wall, 3 blocks away, stone brick wall. So we have 3 blocks of space between each of these walls to give you kind of a 5x5 square. We're going to go ahead and then go up 5 walls, so 1, 2, 3, 4 more, so you have a total of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're just going to place down a polished andesite block on top of these walls, and then we're going to place down walls in between the polished andesite like this, like that. And then we're going to go ahead and go up another 1, 2, 3 stone brick walls. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Then on top here, we're going to place down a polished andesite block on top of those walls. And then again, stone brick walls across in between them. So just like this. And then again, we're going to go in 1, 2, 3 stone brick walls. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to go ahead and place down a polished andesite block on the top there. And then stone brick walls in between those polished andesite blocks. So you get a structure that looks like this here. And then for the floor, we're going to be going ahead and then placing down polished andesite top slabs. So we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it's going to look like that there. So that's done with that. And we're going to go ahead and then take our birchwood fence gates. We're going to place down a fence gate on top of these stone brick walls and on the bottom of those ones, and then just a birchwood fence gate in the middle. Then we're going to open it up. And we're going to go and do the same thing right here. And then we want to do the same thing to all 4 sides of the tower. And just like that, we have our base of our tower set up and complete. Alright guys, so at this point in time, this is what you should have base-wise for tower number 3 here, and we're going to go ahead and continue building off of it. So we're going to place down a polished andesite top slab here to the side of this one, and this is going to be the start of your staircase. So just kind of position-wise, the staircase is going to kind of wrap around like this, and your balcony here, or this section here, is going to be facing that way. So whatever side you start your staircase, so here is going to be the side that has that balcony. So our balcony is going to sit right here. So just kind of keep that in mind in positioning this tower. Again, just kind of keep that in mind going forward with it. But anyways, let's go ahead and kind of get started with this. So we have our stone brick top slab. We're going to place down a stone brick wall. And then we want to go ahead and go up from this polished andesite top slab. We're going to place down another one that's going to go up like that. And so we're going to go ahead and just kind of continue this going up the tower like so. So again, just kind of top slabs working their way up, and you can see here I actually messed up already. Those are half slabs, but again, just kind of working our way up. And once we get to this stone brick wall, we're going to go ahead and create a little platform here. So it's going to be kind of a 2x3 platform here. So it's going to look like that there. Then again, we're going to continue for our top slabs. So you're going to continue working their way up. And then again, once we get to this polished andesite block here, we're going to do a 2x3 rectangle there, landing. And then again, we're going to go ahead and go with 2 stone brick top slabs, and again, just continue to work this up like so. And it's going to end right here at this stone brick wall. Now we're going to go ahead and then place down one more top slab, or one more row of 2, like that, and then we're going to place down a row going all the way across. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now that we have that kind of platform set up, or staircase around, we can go ahead and start adding on to it. So for this, we're going to go ahead and start by going to this section here. We're going to break this top slab, and we're going to go ahead and place down a stone brick wall. This is going to go down all the way to the ground and connect up. We're also going to go ahead and place down 2 more stone brick walls that go up. From this wall here on the front, we're going to place down 2 stone brick walls as well. And then we want to go ahead and grab ourselves end rods, and we're going to go ahead and connect the end rods. Like that, and we're going to go ahead and then place down 1 more on top of this, and then we're going to go ahead and build 1 more additional row that comes off that. So it's going to look like this here for your rail. And then we're going to go ahead and place down we're going to break this top slab here, and again place down another stone brick pillar, the same height as this one right here. And again, we're going to place down end rods between them, and same thing here, 2 end rods. And then we're going to break this top slab, again a stone brick wall here, 1 more, 1 on top, and then 1 going up from it, so it should be 1 higher than these pillars. And this one here is again going to go all the way down and connect us up to the ground. So just like that. Now once that's done, we're going to go ahead and then place down our end rods here. Then we have 1, 2, 1, 2, and then this right here, this top slab, we're going to break, place down a stone brick wall, build 1 up, and 1 iron bar, or 1 end rod coming off of it. We're also going to go ahead and delete this block here, or this top slab, place down a stone brick wall, 1 more on top, and also we're going to place down another stone brick wall on top of those 2. Then going down from this, it's going to be a little bit different. We're going to go ahead and place down a birchwood fence gate underneath this one here, and this corner one here, we're actually going to go ahead and actually just leave that top slab. So we're actually not going to put a stone brick wall there underneath that. And then we're going to go ahead and go to this section here. We're going to place down a stone brick top slab, and we're going to go ahead and, or actually a stone brick wall, delete that top slab, go up 1 and 2. And then down from this, we're going to go ahead and underneath the stone brick wall, we're going to place down a birchwood fence gate. We're going to go ahead and place down a birchwood fence gate coming off this wall here, and then a stone brick wall off both sides of that one. So we kind of have some actual like supports here, or diagonal supports, and we don't have like the supports all the way to the ground in this corner piece right here. And of course, we're just going to place down our end rods in between those walls, and we're going to place down 2 right there. Now after that's done, we're going to go ahead and place down an end rod here. We have 2 end rods right there, and then we're going to place down a stone brick stone brick wall here, 1 more on top, stone brick wall here, 1 more on top, 2 end rods in between them, and then again we have 2 end rods coming off this, and 1 end rod right there. So that's going to kind of form your railing there, and then we're going to place down 2 more end rods. There are 2 stone brick walls, then again 2 end rods, or sorry, 3 end rods this time. That's 2 stone brick walls and 2 end rods. So that's going to kind of form your railing. That's going to go around the platform like so. So really simple stuff there for that. And I went ahead and also added this detail. Again, this is going to be more of a, Java player thing you can do. But off these end rods, I'm going to kind of go and build like a little bit of a mini staircase that mimics them, leaving a space of 1 between the end rod and this block. And I'm going to go all the way up to this point here. And I'm going to do the same thing here. So starting here on that wall, and again just kind of going up the side here like that to that point, and then also I'm going to do the same thing here, and we're going to stop right there. Now at this point I'm going to go ahead and use my command for my debug stick. So it'll be this command here, /give @p_minecraft_debug_stick. And again, this is going to be more of a this is going to be a Java feature, as you will not be able to do it on any other version. We're going to place down levers on the side of these blocks, going all the way up, and again all the way up. And we're going to go ahead and then take our debug stick. We're going to left click these levers till we get selected face, and we're going to go ahead and set these to floor. And we're going to go and do this for each one. And make sure you are crouching when you right click those levers, or else your debug stick won't work. And then we're going to left click these again until we get selected facing, and we're going to go and rotate these so they connect up to our rail, or just kind of follow that diagonal that our rail is making. So like that, and like this, and one more, boom, just like that. We have that all done. So that is literally all you need to do for that. We'll delete these blocks, and we have our railing all complete here for the build. Now when it comes to the actual structure on top, we're going to go ahead and grab some birchwood, and we're also going to go ahead and grab some stone buttons, some birchwood signs, and of course some black stained glass here. And for the door also, we're going to place down some gray concrete. So for our strip birchwood, we're going to place down a full block here, row 4 going up. Same thing in this corner here, and the other corner, we're going to go ahead and place down 4 pillars going up. On the sides that we don't have the platform, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, strip birchwood, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to place down 2 gray concrete. This is going to be for our door, and then another stripped birchwood block right next to it. Now we're going to go ahead and then build up our stripped birchwood by 1 more block all the way around. And then we're going to go ahead and build our gray concrete up by 2s till we're even with the top there, like that. We then want to take our black stained glass, and we're going to place down black stained glass blocks in these spaces here in between the pillars to go ahead and create the windows. And also for detail, we're going to go ahead and go to the corner blocks here and place down some stone buttons. That'll be done in the corners there. And we're going to go ahead and place down birchwood signs on the side of these blocks between the buttons. Just like that. And same thing over here. So just like that. And also we can squeeze in a birchwood sign right here as well. So once that's done, then for the roof, we want to go ahead and place down a following the outline here of the structure on top here. We're going to place down a 5x5 square of the polished deep slate slabs, and we're just going to fill that in. We then want to take our daylight detectors. We're going to go and do the perimeter of the daylight detectors. So again, all the way around. Like this, and then we want to go ahead and place down, or make sure we take our daylight detectors and turn them to that night mode. So just like that, and we have that all finished off there. Now some of the final things to do here detailing wise is for the door itself. I went ahead and did this with banners. Pretty cool little trick here, but basically what I did here is I took a black banner, and I went ahead and split the black banner in half vertically. So I took gray dye. So I have gray dye on the left side of one banner, gray dye on the right side of another banner. And then for both banners, I did a gray line going across the top. And that's really all you need to do, and kind of creates a cool little window on the door, which looks pretty good. And you can have that tripwire hook. And that door right there kind of complements the same design we have here for the guard shack. So pretty cool stuff with that, and it works really well for what we were trying to do. So really happy with that. I think it looks pretty good, and the last thing we can do is we can also add a little spotlight on it, and really you can do this on any one of these pillars. I'm just going to do it here, but we're going to use a grindstone, and we're going to go ahead and then place down a item frame, and in that item frame we're going to go ahead and place down a snowball, just like that. And then on the back here, if you're on Java, we can place down a tripwire hook, come off this block, and then use our debug stick here, left click it till we get selected facing, and then we can rotate it around and have it actually come off the grindstone, and creates a cool little design there for a simple little spotlight on top of the tower. But once you have that done, the very last thing I would do here is to go ahead and just kind of sew a little bit of a split in the windows, is to place down some birchwood buttons. It's not perfect, but it's just kind of meant to represent that it's not one solid window. There's like a little, structure piece that goes in the middle there. That's pretty small. Anyways, though, that is going to do it for my 3 designs here for these kind of prop watchtowers. Hope you guys do enjoy these and are able to put good use. If you do end up using any of these designs, I do ask you guys give me proper credit for them. This can be anything from a side of the build, tweet to my channel, or this video if this does appear on any social media sites. As long as you guys give me proper credit for these, you're free to use it for whatever projects you guys are working on, and overall enjoy the build, have fun with it, and all that fun stuff. With that though, be sure to, of course, let me know down in the comments below what you would like to see next. I'm thinking possibly we'll do some like little bunkers or some, defensive fortifications for infantry to hide in and take cover in and return fire from, and all that kind of stuff. So just kind of some bunkers, I guess you could really call them. So that's kind of the next plan I'm thinking, but again, I'm open to suggestions and doing something different. So if you have any ideas on something you would like to see, definitely be sure to let me know down in the comments below, and I'll definitely look into trying to do it. With that, though, thank you guys all so much for watching and the continued support. As always, I really do appreciate it. And with that, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This is Garrett 254, and I will see you guys next time.